And I was like commenting on different posts, Bleach Report, Sideline, right? And I saw a lot of the same stuff where most people felt that, you know what, Katie, this wasn't your fault. Like we all were looking at the front office, blaming them for adding Bradley's bill contract. And I know people blaming Bradley. Bradley didn't sign them contracts. It's not his fault that they traded for him. Like
Right.
that's not Bradley Beal's fault at all. Injuries, those things happen. It's unfortunate. You all knew he had injury history before you signed him, and you knew how competitive and how deep rosters were on that Western Conference. So you needed to have a more deeper roster to compete, and they just
Yep.
didn't have that. So to that point, do you think there needs to be a bit more blame on front office more than players? Because of course we look at a player like Hayden, his caliber, and say, hey, whatever team you're on, the expectation is for you to go to the playoffs and win it all, right? That is expectation.
Mhm.
But also I do believe that there has to be some criticism that comes with front office because it is still a team game no matter how you want to cut it. It's still a team game and you need the right players around, superstars, role players. You need the right players in general to make it far and deep into the playoffs. History has shown itself, right? But do you think there needs to be some more blame that goes into the front office versus just always saying whoever's a star player on the team, they're getting a bulk of that blame?
I think you're absolutely right. And again, I think this goes back to the virality of media narratives because it was the media, and I can't pinpoint what media platform pushed the narrative that Katie was the problem, but it became a viral narrative that fans then ran with and drove additional discourse to. When in reality, that front office and that organization had been in disarray for years. They had a change of ownership. They lost. They let go of Monty Williams the year after he took them to an
And that
NBA
was like a
championship.
situation. Yeah, that was like a situation.
You let go of basically the entire core of the championship roster that took you there the years prior. You bring in a $45 million a year two guard to pair with a two guard and another primary scorer in KD, and thought that that was going to make sense. No,
And it's
yeah,
like
I'm not
you saw the
faulting.
formula that you had that once. Like, why would you break that up? It was almost similar to
You,
when the Lakers went and won. Then you broke that whole team up.
you deviated away from what worked and
Hmm.
thought that by recreating a wheel that you were going to get a different set of results, and you did, but the results you got were worse. You went
Hmm.
backwards.
They saw
So
that
no, I
shiny
don't fault
trophy.
KD. Yeah, but and what evidence did a team like San Antonio have to construct a roster this way to believe that that was going to be a championship contending roster? What other rosters do you see around the league that feature two ball dominant scorers and an
Oh, I know what it
aging?
was. They saw Brooklyn.
Mm,
But here's the problem, and this is why again, teams like everybody can't emulate what another team is doing if you
no,
don't have the personnel. Like people forget, yes, you had James, Kyrie, and KD, but James is a point guard. Like Bradley Beal and Booker are not point guards, so it's not like I know some was like, man, we can get Bradley Beal. You're thinking about the scoring aspect of it, but like you are not thinking about the distribution of the ball. Now the ball's not moving at all. And we saw Bradley Beal complain about like I'm only getting shots like right here, right there, because you
I
don't have a
know.
guy like James Harden. Like, and again, James Harden deserves a ton of credit than
Yep.
what he's been dealt out. Like he is a point guard, he's a scorer. Like James Harden has adapted to every single environment he's been in, every single one. And I know the Suns saw that and said, "Oh yeah, perfect. We got three scores. It's gonna work." No,
No, yeah, that's that. That's not
no.
that's not the recipe for a championship contending team, right?
And
It
this
it
so this
certainly
is
can't
kind
be the
of
sole recipe.
no. It can't.